Hello guys, in today's video we're going to check out the best mice for small hand. I made this list based on my personal opinion and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. Number 5. Razer DeathAdder V2 Mini. The Razer DeathAdder V2 Mini will make small hands happy with its stay-put grip. Its specs aren't as robust as the bigger version and some rivals, but its accessible shape and ease of movement make it an easy choice for gamers seeking a lightweight mouse. The Razer DeathAdder V2 Mini is a right-handed ergonomic mouse with a scaled-down version of the DeathAdder V2's curved profile. Razer bills the mouse as ultra-lightweight at 2.2 ounces compared to the bigger version's 2.9 ounce weight. On top of the standard left and right click buttons and scroll wheel, the Mini has Razer's trademark optical switch that allows users to change up the DPI on the fly. Speaking of DPI, the DeathAdder V2 Mini maxes out at 8500 as opposed to the bigger version's 20,000 DPI. As you'd expect, the Razer DeathAdder V2 Mini possesses all the comfort and speed of its full-fat sibling. There's a reason why the DeathAdder is often called the best mouse for gaming overall. It balances superb performance with a reasonable price. As such, this one hits the same notes, especially so because it's a little cheaper. The Razer DeathAdder V2 Mini is a welcome addition to the DeathAdder line. The DeathAdder V2 is a great mouse, but its large size has a learning curve. The V2 Mini is a good compromise for the right-handers with small hands that don't want to stray from this tried-and-true shape. And the included grip tape works wonders, despite having to apply it yourself. Number 4. Logitech G305. This mouse is very affordable to buy, very easy to use, has great wireless connectivity, an amazing sensor, great battery life, beautiful design, and many more. You really can't get better value in any other mouse. The Logitech G305 is a very well-designed mouse that's very comfortable to use with its good ergonomics and delivers some nice style. It's also worth mentioning that it's very compact and small, measuring about 4.5 by 2.5 by 1.5 inches. So you can opt in either grip style, claw or palm depending on your style. It also weighs just 3.4 ounces in total, making it one of the lightest mice in the market. In terms of buttons, it has the standard left, right and scroll wheel button, and to add that, a dots per inch sensitivity button and 2 thumb buttons that are programmable. The nano receiver is stored in the mouse itself, and when you plug it in your PC, it'll automatically start working. Right out of the box you have 4 DPI settings in the mouse itself. However, if you install the Logitech gaming software, you can customize the DPI and the buttons to suit your needs. The wireless connectivity is excellent and works from every corner of the room, and the battery life is great as it'll last you about 2 months before giving up. The advanced 12,000 DPI Hero optical sensor delivered a very pleasing performance throughout, with great accuracy and efficiency. It worked excellently on various surfaces, and thanks to its ultra-fast 1 millisecond response time, you can comfortably use it for gaming. Truly one of the best wireless mice in the market, delivering plenty of value for its price. Number 3. Cooler Master MM710. Cooler Master's MM710 eSports mouse is one of the lightest things on padded feet for serious Twitch gamers, but the compact minimalist design is definitely not for everyone. Typical of competition mouse designs, the MM710 gaming mouse is a basic no-frills device. It's a standard 6-button right-handed setup, 2 main clickers, a scroll wheel and a tracking resolution switching button on top, plus 2 macro buttons on the left edge. Though its weight is impressive on paper, the question of whether or not the MM710's light build makes a tangible difference over other mice comes down to the individual, to the game, and even to your playstyle. If you're in the market for an ultralight mouse, the Cooler Master MM710 is one of the most affordable and accessible options available. It's a simple mouse, and it didn't make me a better gamer overnight, but it did feel more like an extension of my arm than any other mouse I've used. The MM710 is an able enough contender in 2020 esports mouse stakes, but don't assume it's the frontrunner just because of one little number. Number 2. Glorious Model O-. The Model O- mouse has a honeycomb cutout shell for the body, and it's the way glorious PC gaming is able to achieve a feather lightweight mouse while maintaining a durable body. It weighs about 2 ounces, so it's extremely lightweight and easy to pick up and move around. The braided cable on the mouse is lightweight and very flexible. It's easy to keep out of the way and not get caught on the mousepad or other things on your desk. The downside is the Model O- has a little bit of lateral movement on the left and right mouse buttons. This was also a complaint of online users of the larger Model O version. There's some give side to side if you're looking for it, but this is only noticeable during typical usage if you're holding down one of those buttons for a long time. The Model O- has optional software for Windows to install if you want to customize, fine-tune the DPI settings, RGB lighting, and set up macro keys. I loved playing with the RGB settings as well as switching my side buttons to control my media player. The options available include lighting effects and advanced options for USB polling rate and debounce time. Honestly, it's hard to find fault with this mouse. The build quality feels excellent, and although there is some slight lateral movement on the LMB and RMB, it never bothers while gaming. Number 1. Razer Viper Mini. There's something endearing about mice like the Razer Viper Mini. Much like the Razer Death Adder Mini, it takes the best gaming mouse for shooters and shrinks it down to size. As a baby version of the full-fat alternative, it's kinda sweet, but that doesn't mean it's lesser. Much of what makes the Razer Viper great is present here. The Viper is unlike anything else Razer is offering right now. Instead of the smooth, complete shell you'll see on the likes of the Razer Naga left-handed edition or the Razer Death Adder V2, it's split into multiple parts via a cutout down the middle. Razer, as you may know, have been pushing their new optical mouse switches with their recent releases, and if you knew that, you probably also know that these have been somewhat polarizing in the community. Yes, the added durability is great, and in theory, the faster response time is awesome too, but they did have to sacrifice a lot of that satisfying crispiness that you get with a traditional mechanical switch in order to get to those response times and durability ratings, at least at first. This Viper Mini isn't just a scaled-down version of the regular Viper, it's also very much an attempt by Razer to get into that budget mouse market. For this reason, the Mini doesn't have the usual Razer Focus Plus, its over 9000 DPI kind of sensor, but just a regular variation of the 3359. If you want the best gaming mouse but don't fancy spending loads on it and aren't fussed about having the fastest draw in the West, the Razer Viper Mini is an excellent choice. Buying guide. Firstly, size and shape. Most gaming mice look straight out of a space battle. Some of them even have great LED lights, but it's more important that the best gaming mouse for small hands is not too big. A proper mouse for small hands means that you're able to access the buttons without too much contorting. Also, you have to be able to play long hours without getting hand cramps. Look for ergonomic designs and thumb rests. Secondly, wired or wireless. The rule of thumb for gamers is that you go with a wired mouse if you want a trustworthy mouse for gaming. The wired connection makes sure you don't get data transmission issues such as lags. At home, wireless gaming doesn't make as much sense. However, if you're a constant traveler, then a wireless mouse makes more sense. You just need to check the quality of the wireless connection and the battery life. And thirdly, accuracy. Basically, you want your cursor in the best mouse for small hands to go exactly where you want it to go, as fast as your hand motion indicates. When you click on an enemy, you want that enemy to die. You don't want to miss, or worse, hit an ally. That means checking the tracking accuracy.